Alrighty folks, we have got our full Alclad production line in place. What I'm about to go through will show you how I've set up getting the raw bauxite coming in from the train station over here all the way, and the quartz crystal required for the silica, and everything that runs through all the processes involved. I'm holding this power line because it hasn't been powered on yet. We're going to find out if I've set it up properly right from the get-go. So all I have to do is click that one there and everything powers on. So starting off with, we have got the bauxite coming in the line here, and it's feeding into these 6 refineries. There is a requirement of 600 water coming in total. The 600 water comes in underneath from 2 separate pipes. There's one here and one at the other end, but also there is and I did miss powering this on. This one needs to be powered on because this is the see, there's our first mistake. This is the return water from there's another process I can't think of right now. We'll show you that soon. But there's a return water that comes through. So this is that line that will charge up soon once the material enters over that way. So what's happening here is we have the incoming bauxite and water that's outputting the aluminum solution and the silica. So it's creating that much aluminum solution that I have 3 refineries in one pipe and another 3 refineries in another pipe. It's because there was more than the required amount, and you can see it's building up there. Now, what else is going on over here behind us is a separate production line where we've got crude oil coming in that is making rubber, and I've missed a connection there somewhere. How is that not powered on? Here, this one here. There we go. Rightio. So that's 2 mistakes. Okay, so that crude oil process is powered on, and this is making rubber and heavy oil residue fluid. It's the heavy oil residue fluid that is required to make the coke, because we need the coke for another part of the production process. So here is the coke being made. The rubber I don't care about. Rubber, whatever. I just needed, you're the byproduct. So what I'm doing is I am using a smart splitter here that has the center is overflow and the left is rubber. So we might as well collect the rubber until this box is full. After that, we'll sink it. The next part of the process is the coke. This is the coke we needed. This is heading up and heading over here. And you can see here, this is the 2 aluminum lines. The alumina solution lines that are joined together as well, but feeding 2 refineries. These refineries have the petroleum coke required and the aluminum solution required. This is what outputs the water. There's extra water that gets output. So this water here, we need to get rid of it, because if we don't get rid of it, it backs up and won't deal with the solution. So this water is what heads over to here, back over to this line, and makes its way back into this system. The reason why there's a pump here is it stops this other water from feeding all the way back over here. Okay, so after that process, also the byproduct, remember, is silica. And just keep that in mind, we're collecting the byproduct of silica because it gets used in another process shortly. So this is the, here we have our scrap coming out here, and I've made a mistake here, and we will fix this. I know how to resolve this. It's just going to make some changes in a minute. I'll come back and make those. We'll continue talking. So the silica we're talking about is coming in here, and we've got 8 silica constructors here making all the combined total silica that we need. And then this silica joins in the beginning of the process in the mergers. Then they all come back here and jump in here. These are the foundries that are making the aluminum ingots from the aluminium scrap and the silica. Then we have these feed into 4 constructors that are making 4 assemblers that are making the Alclad aluminum sheet from the aluminum ingot, and also the copper. So we have over here, we needed 90 copper to 90 copper ingots, so they are feeding into there, and in our box here is our Mark V belt, and this is actually going to be my solution. I've just realized it now that I've got some. Why do I want to bother with trying to deal with 2 lots of 480 belts when I can use a Mark V belt, a 780 belt? So I'll just put a 2 mergers here and run this all as Mark V over to here, and that will fix our problem and make sure it's evenly distributed. But apart from that, I'll come back in a second with that one, and we'll fix that up. But because of that, that's going to be backing up a whole production line because it's not being fed through enough.